Hello and welcome to Hey Mom, Play This. I'm Kimmy Amber and today I'm starting a series of Let's Go Find the Spirits. We're going to start in Isle of Dawn because it's the first one, so you might as well start there. My original plan for this was to do just the constellation spirits, but then I changed my mind and decided you're already in the realm. Let's go ahead and do them all. So the videos will be realm by realm, and in some of them, Isle of Dawn's pretty small, but in some of them, it will be just a region. For example, there is an area in Hidden Forest that has 7 spirits, just that area. So it'll be a mix of the constellation spirits and the season spirits, and I'll try to tell you what season they're from. I was originally going to record all of the seasons, but because not all of the season guides are available, it doesn't work out quite the same. I'm just showing you where they are and not the storyline behind the season in the first place. So to that effect, I've also decided, then I changed my mind, now I'm redeciding that I'm not going to show you the entire spirit. You've got to come in here and play for yourself and experience it. I'll show you where they are, where they end, and how to get to the next one. But you've got to come in and actually go through their spirit encounter, their memory. We're going to start right here with, this is Piggyback Lightseeker. It is a seasonal spirit from the season of the Lightseekers. And I will see you. It's a carry spirit, as you see, or an escort. I will see you at the other end. All right, so here we are at the end. Now, if this is your first time seeing the spirit, your cutscene here is going to be a little bit longer because it shows you some of the background of why they're doing a piggyback. I've already done these actually several times due to video errors. I think this is my 3rd time recording all of this. So we're going to do it the hard way. All right. So we're going to go back out of this cave. There are, I think, 4 or 5 spirits here in Isle of Dawn on the cavern floor, or the desert floor. We're going to actually go past one of them because that one will take us, it's on our path to the 4th one, and it'll take us up to the temple. So rather than coming back down, we're going to do that one last. This was the first spirit that we met, the pointing Candlemaker, near the stairwell that takes us to the flight path up to the temple. And then we release this one. And this was the first emote we ever got, the pointing emote. Remember, as you follow these, they have cute little stories, so take the time to look at them. This one I really, really like, but I'm not going to even give you the end of it because it gives it away. So I'm just going to start it, and I'll see you back when I need to release the spirit. This is the Ushering Stargazer. All right, so here's our ending point. This is at the bottom of the stairs again. Pointing Candlemaker was over there in that cave, and we started behind that little pillar. So Ushering Stargazer. And this is where we get the beckon emote. Words are hard. Off we go. Now that is the spirit that we are going to bypass for now, and we'll come back to it. The one we're going to is over here. This is the Sassy Drifter, I believe is her name. And she is from Season of Gratitude, which is one of the first seasons that they ever did in the game. She doesn't give an emote, she gives a stance. And another carry. Back in just a second. All right, Sassy Drifter. Now, some spirits give emotes, you know, and some give stances. There are actually some who also give voices. So we're going to look at those real quick as soon as this little emote scene. Emote scene? It's not really an emote scene. All right. So if we go into our emote menu, this one, of course, this first one with it pointing, those are our emotes. So we can, oh my goodness, thank you so much. Or in stances, we have these different ways to stand. So this one was from Valley of Triumph. And then this is Sassy Dancer, which we just found. And my personal favorite one. And then we have voices. And we pick these up from different spirits. All right, so I said we have one more on the valley floor here, and that is true. But wait, there's more. No, Jaren, you're not allowed to guess where that comes from, because I know you know where that comes from. Anyway, we're going to skip that one for another little second, because this stone is called the Stone of Passage. And there is a season, the Season of Passage, associated with it. There are 4 spirits in the Season of Passage that are basically rites of passage. I don't know if they're teenagers and they're coming into adulthood, or I don't know the actual canon or mythos behind the story, but you have to come to the desert at night. So you sit down in that meditation circle and you come over here and you do this series. I have recorded this series, so look for that soon. But the 4 spirits involved are actually here only in the night scene. A couple of the other spirits we just did, like the one that's directly in front of us, that's Sassy Drifter, so we don't have to do her again. But if you're in here anyway, and you're doing this first, then obviously it's a good time to do it. We're going to run through these real quick. There are 4 of them here. And this is Oddball Outcast.
You did not.
All right, Oddball Outcast. And we get the play with the hacky sack emote. What is this called in countries other than the US? We call it a hacky sack. I don't know what it's. I think I saw it once, but I'm not entirely certain. All right, so then we're going over this way. Like I said, this first one here is Sassy Drifter, but then we're going to go over here. Since you're already here in Isle of Dawn doing the memories, you might as well do them all, because when they come back as traveling spirits, if you haven't encountered them in the world, you have to go do that before you can actually interact with them to get their cosmetics. Same if they're a daily quest. So this is the Tumbling Troublemaker. All right. Tumbling Troublemaker. That cave that's right behind us is full of candles. I don't know if it is at night, so we'll check. And this is a tumbling emote. Now this is one that once you get it, you can actually move while you're doing it. So let's look at that real quick. Tumbling, tumbling, tumbling. Here we go. And then you just move around. There are different levels, and one of them is really, really fast. If you watched the Eden episode, Panda was zipping around on, I think, level 4. And you do actually have to do a different emote or a different stance in order to get out of that one. All right, there's our candles. There is a winglight child in here when you are in need of that after having come back from Eden. And then we are going, I have to think about this. The other reason that you would want to interact with the spirits as you find them or as you can get them, as you go looking for them, is because if they are part of the daily quest and you haven't encountered them in the world yet, you have to go find them before you can do the daily quest. So if you're already here looking, you might as well do it. All right. And here we have the Melancholy Mope, I think is what this is called. Yep. And let's follow this one. All right, here we are again. We actually started on the other side of this pillar, and we're back to where we started. The Melancholy Mope. This is another one of those emotes that you can actually use in movement. So we're going to grab that. And then we'll go back into the menu. And I'll show you that one as well, if I can get the menu to come up. And if I can find it. Yes, I've been finding... there it is. I have been finding spirits, so my list is getting rather long. But see, we can mope. Mope along. And this is another one you have to do some other action in order to go past. Then the last of the 4... There's our stairwell and the rock that we started and ended at for that one. And then back over here, we have the last of the 4 rite of passage, season of passage spirits. This one is Overachiever? Yeah. Overactive Overachiever. What does that mean? Well, you'll have to play. All right, Overactive Overachiever. And this emote is actually made me go on a hunt to find it. That's how I found out you had to be at the night scene here in order to meet these spirits so that you could get these emotes, this pull-up bar. All right. So that is the end of the 4 that are in the nighttime in the desert. And we need to go back to that one that was still on the valley floor, the desert floor. So in order to do that, you can either go back to home and come back, or just go back over here and sit down in that meditation circle. I think that's the name of them. And it'll take you back to the daytime. Passage stone all lit up after you finish the season quest tree. And then, oh, there we go. This is Troupe Greeter. And I do not remember season of Not performance. I will look it up. Because otherwise it'll bug me. So as soon as I get a chance to pause, I will do that. This one's going to take us up so that we can go to the temple. So I'll pause now and I will meet you when the Troupe Greeter is done. All right, so the Troupe Greeter brings us right up into the temple. And we will release this spirit. And because these are season spirits, we don't have to take them into the temple to release them back into the universe. Of course, there are only 3 of those here in Isle of Dawn, and we've done those 3. The Pointing Candlemaker, I don't remember. This was the Troupe Greeter, and it was from Season of Rhythm. This one that's around the corner is one of the 3 that are constellation spirits. And this is the Rejecting something. Rejecting Voyager. All right, the Rejecting Voyager. This is where we get our no thank you emote. There are, as you see, candles. There's light in here to be gotten, so it can be part of your candle run. And now we are going to go to the last spirit that is available in Isle of Dawn. And we do that by going through this little wind path over here. And Jaren has been very gracious to be willing to come and help us because this is a cooperative spirit. Just to get into the candles that are behind here for the light, you have to go through a cooperative door. So either you have to have 2 people or you need to use a shared space that is in place. But you have to have 2 people to actually follow this spirit properly. You can follow it. It's just not for the whole effect. Because you can always get up to Butterfly Caverns by just climbing the outside of this building or this mountain, using the clouds to propel you up if you need energy. But we're going to actually do the spirit. So I will come back when I have Jaren here to help with me. All right, here we are with Jaren, who has his popcorn and his movie glasses.
It's a popcorn?
All right. Oh, I should have seen whether or not the Discord channel was available so that I could actually talk to you. You could talk to the watchers. While you type, I'm gonna do this. You had an accident with a height spell. What does that mean?
Tiny.
You are kind of small for what you're used to being. So this door's cooperative. Like I said, sometimes you can find a shared space that will help you get in here. And there are a couple of sets of candles here. If you're just coming in for the candle run, up behind that grate is a whole bunch of candles. And the butterflies that you need dancing in the background. The butterflies that you need in order to follow this spirit further on. So, in order to do that, there goes the spirit. And as I said, you could go back out and go up fly up the mountain that way to follow this spirit if you don't have two people. But in order to open up that gate, you need to have somebody light that little brazier thing, which will bring down the elevator. Well, the reason you have to have two people is because as soon as you leave from there, and Jaren just flies really fast, but as soon as you stop with the light on there, the elevator will come up. So in order to get your second person, you need to light this one, and it will take the elevator back down. And then the person that was over there can join you. Step away from it, and it will go back up. Whoop. Then we got to go around the back, and you have to have two people. Even if for some reason, like Jaren, you could fly up here and get onto the elevator before it started up, you have to have two people to open this door as well. We go and light some candles. What? And we release some butterflies. Don't know where that accent came from. And then come down here and deep call. The butterflies will take you up through that door. Whoops. No, they won't, because we didn't open the door yet. And see, there you go. Jaren's sitting next to me laughing. You have to have two people to light these crystals.
Oh, you jump.
And then the door opens, and then you use the butterflies. I'm going to claim that generally, when I have somebody to do this, a second person in here with me, I will actually light those before I go to get the candles at the top. Just so that I have them with me. I might as well get it done. And then we follow the spirit to its end. Along this path are extra candles and a wing light spirit when you need it, but I will see you at the end. And here we are at the top of Butterfly Caverns, or Boogie Kid. Jaren has just completely abandoned us.
Did you need me
So
still?
I was just going to say thank you, Jaren, for coming along and helping us with this. But just like the last time I recorded this with you, you scuttled off before I had a chance to give you a hug. It's very sad. All right, so there are all of the spirits in Isle of Dawn. Now you go and experience them for yourself. See the storyline as it plays out. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If so, if you'd like to see more, subscribe and set yourself up for those notifications. This is Hey Mom, Play This. I'm Kimmy Amber. Thank you for coming along, and I hope to see you again in the sky.